Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi, and welcome our guest, West Virginia University head football coach, Neal Brown. Coach, excited to have you on. Thanks for taking time. Just looking at your schedule, you're going to open the season with three straight Pennsylvania teams, starting off with Penn State at Penn State. They're rated in the top 10 to start the season. Then Duquesne at home, no stranger to Power 5 teams. And then arch rival Pitt on national TV, September the 16th, 7:30 at night. Coach, how excited are you about the start of this season?
Well, it's a tough opening stretch for sure. All three Pennsylvania teams, and we're really locked in on what we got going on this summer to get prepared for that. It's anytime you play a huge opening game, it changes your preparation. It changes your preparation in the summer. It changes your preparation, what you do in fall camp. There's an urgency to that. Our players feel that urgency. They're excited. We're going to kick off the season 7:30. Really the first NBC night game for their new Big Ten package. So that's exciting. I'm sure there's going to be over 100,000 people there in State College ready for us. But we're going to play a Penn State team that is going to be ranked probably anywhere 5, 6, 7 to start the season. A team that has a lot of high expectations coming off a Rose Bowl win. And that's going to be a great atmosphere, and it's going to be a huge challenge for us. And then we'll come home for our home opener against Duquesne, a program that, like you said, no stranger. They're not going to be intimidated coming in here and playing. And then on the third week of the season against Pitt, a game that we didn't finish the way we needed to finish last year. It was there in the fourth quarter, and we had chances to win, and we didn't take advantage of it on the road. And now they have to come to our place, and it's going to be a tough atmosphere, and that's going to be the ABC game of the week kicking off here at 7:30. And I promise you this, our fans will be ready.
Hey, Coach, I want to talk to you about recruiting. You had a great recruiting year, and you got arguably the best player out of the state of Pennsylvania, Rodney Gallagher. You got him away from Pitt, Penn State, Ohio State, and Notre Dame. Tremendous two-sport athlete at Laurel Highlands, did everything on offense, great defensive player. Where do you see Rodney fitting in for you at West Virginia?
Yeah, he's going to play slot receiver for us early on, and we're excited about him. He was a great player, not only on the football field, but also on the basketball floor, and a guy that is really beloved by that community, and rightfully so. Completely changed the expectation and the performance level of the football and the basketball program there. What he did in basketball, winning 2 WVU championships, and then what he was able to accomplish on the football field with his teammates. Playoff wins. Went the furthest in the playoffs they'd ever been, and so. We're excited. He's a great athlete. I think the transition to college is we got to temper some expectations. It's going to be a tough transition. He's going to have to get stronger, and really highly recruited player, and he deserved those accolades. But he's going to play. He'll play slot receiver. We hope to use him in the return game as well. And I think as he progresses, maybe not this year, but as he progresses in his career, I think he'll be able to help us a little bit on defense as well, playing some man coverage on third downs.
Coach, speaking of your defense or offense, you have 5 starters back. We have a new offensive coordinator, a new quarterback. What will be the changes we could look for on the offense this year?
Well, the strength of ours is we return our top 6 offensive linemen. And that's the strength of our football team. Zach Frazier is a returning All-American at center. Our left tackle is an all-conference player, and Wyatt Milam. On the right side, we returned Doug Nestor, who was an all-conference player and by several publications. And then we have our left guard, Tomas Rimac, was a freshman All-American. And so with that, and we also returned C.J. Donaldson, who was a freshman All-American at running back. We have a lot of depth at running back. We added a couple transfer receivers that are really talented. Devin Carter's a leader there from NC State. We'll have a new starting quarterback, and it'll either be Nico Marchio, who's a redshirt freshman, or Garrett Green, who's a junior. Garrett's played quite a bit of football here. We feel like we're going to have an upgrade there. We feel like that we have a lot of confidence in those guys. They're both dual threat. And so we like the football team we've got on offense. We think we have some potential to be explosive. and be able to run the football and do some of those things that off the run game that will allow us to get down the field. Defensively is where we got to make the most improvement. You
Yeah,
know,
Coach, last year you gave up 32 a game.
oh
You
yeah, I
do have
remember,
six.
Cody. I don't need to hear the stats. I know how bad we were. So
You got six starters back, though, two linebackers,
yeah.
three defensive backs. You did lose Dante Still, was a great player for you, and another defensive player went to LSU. What has transpired in spring ball that gives you confidence that you'll be a better defensive team this year?
Well, we got depth. Our issues last year in the secondary. You know, we really struggled to cover people, um, and so we've made some improvements there. I think first of all, some of the guys that played that were kind of pressed into duty. You know, they've got some experience and they've been through an off season now, so they're better. And then we've added some transfers. You know, we added a transfer corner and Beanie Bishop who will be a starter. We added um, two safeties, Keyshawn Cobb from Buffalo and Anthony Wilson from Georgia Southern, and both those guys are all conference players. We added another corner, Montre Miller, who was a first team All MAC player. So we added four guys that had played significant football, multiple year starters, all conference players. And so our talent level is going to be better. We also return our best player back there in Aubrey Burks, who's got a chance to be he made a couple all conference teams last year as a sophomore. I think he's got a chance to be an NFL player. Lee Koba, our leading tackler, returns. And then Sean Martin will lead the way up front, a big kid that he'll be a drafted player as well. So, you know, we're going to miss Dante. You know, Dante was really productive for us, but we're going to have a lot more depth up front, and we've got more proven skill players in the back end, and so those things are will definitely help us, and we will play better. We will play better defense than we did a year ago.
Coach, I asked all the coaches I talked to about this day and age of the prolific offensive play in college football. What is good defense today? Even last year in the semifinal game, Georgia had to put up 40 points to beat Ohio State. The Buckeyes put up 41. Alabama's even struggled down through the years defensively. What is good defense today? And what is reasonable to expect with these offenses the way they are today?
Well, what we're really going to focus on is limiting people in the run game, getting takeaways, and being really good in the red zone. And I think that's the formula. If we can limit people in the run game, when they get in the red zone, because you know we play some really good offenses, they're going to get in the red zone. If we can make them kick field goals, limit the touchdown percentage, and then if we can force takeaways, then I think you got a chance. You know, I think the days of 10-6 games are a long way from being passed. So I think if you can do those things, then you got a chance to play quality defense.
Coach, one final thing when I ask you, Nick Saban said the other day he's concerned about the direction of college football with the NIL and of course the transfer portal. He's wondering and concerned about the competitive balance that exists. Other coaches have expressed the same concerns. What's your take on what's going on with college football?
Well, it's different. You know, I don't know if you know, Coach Saban can speak on, you know, he's done a lot more than I have, so he can speak on the state probably better than I can. I'll say this: I think the concerns with the fans, the product on the field is probably maybe never been better. I mean, the quality on the field, offense, defense, special teams, the athletic ability, the level of talent, it may have never been better. It's a quality product. The negative for me is with the fans. You know, like West Virginia, for example, is a team that is used to being a developmental program, and guys come in and develop and leave here household names. And so now your roster is basically different, not only in football, men's basketball, women's basketball, et cetera. I mean, your roster turnover is so much different. It's hard for the fans to really establish a link to a player or a link to a team. And so that's made it harder. You know, I do think that if you talk about NIL and really it's about the ability for the players to be rewarded, they deserve to be paid. You know, it's a big business. There's a ton of TV dollars. The players, the ones that are actually on the field performing, they deserve to get a chunk of what we've got to figure out is how do you regulate it? You know, what's fair? And I don't, because I don't think necessarily how we're operating right now is the best thing. You know, I don't think it's the best thing for the players. I don't think it's the best thing for the program, for the fans. You know, there's a lot of gray area, and nobody's really sure what the rules are. And when you're not sure what the rules are, there's a lot of excess going on that's probably not for the better of anybody. And so we got to figure out how to regulate it, you know, and what that looks like, because what you're going to see in this current landscape is college football, maybe more so than any other sport, is really tilted to a few of the elite. And I think you're going to see that even grow, the disparity grow. And I think that's kind of what Coach Saban was saying, is he was speaking from a large perspective, because he says this, and he does a good job, is Alabama's going to be fine either way. But is this really what we want college football to look like, where only a few programs have an opportunity to compete for the highest prize? And I think the general consensus is no. And so if that's not the case, how do we create balance? You know, every other professional league has, you know, and we're much closer aligned with a professional model than an amateur model right now. And we just need to call it what it is. You know, I think every sport outside of baseball has salary caps, and then they have controls in there for spending, and where it gives everybody an opportunity. You look at the Tampa Bay, you know, the best team in baseball. They're not spending the most, but it's competitively balanced. So I think we got to find an answer to that. And sitting here today, I don't have one, but we need to figure it out as a game.
Hey, Coach, thank you so much. Heading into your 5th year as head coach at West Virginia, and we wish you all the luck in the world. Have a great season. Look forward to seeing your games this year. Always enjoy watching the Mountaineers.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Al and George.
Armstrong Comfort Solutions wants to help you get your home ready for warmer weather. Our cooling experts have the tools and technology to keep you comfortable all summer long. Get a free estimate on a new home air conditioner and ensure your home's AC system is summer ready with a safety clean and check. No matter what the weather brings this summer, your home will be comfortable all summer long. Call Armstrong Comfort Solutions today at 833-789-9100 or visit us online at armstrongcomfort.com.
I am back, joined to my right by the Swami, George Abraham, to my left, the Tiger, Albert Campman. Guys, Neal Brown, West Virginia, headed into his 5th year, and the Mountaineers are going to open for the first time in history with 3 straight Pennsylvania teams. Penn State, an opener on September 2nd, then home with Duquesne, and then national TV with Pitt on September 16th, a 7:30 kickoff. I like Neal Brown. I think he's one of the good guys in college football. I wish him a good year.
Well, he needs it, or he's going to be gone. I'll tell you that. That's West Virginia won't mess around. This is his year. He's like Jeff Capel was at Pitt. He better win this year, or he's going to be out.
And you know, I was talking about why they're not in the ACC, and it appears that Virginia and Duke didn't want them in because they're not up to academic standards. But that is just pure arrogance on the part of those
academics.
Doesn't West Virginia have a medical school? Did they not have a Rhodes Scholar?
You think those Duke basketball players are all academic geniuses?
That is just sheer arrogance on the part of
Zion showing he's an academic.
They don't want him in there. I told you that years ago.
That's a shame. That's an absolute.
No, it's a natural too. Now they travel to Lubbock on weekdays to play volleyball, and don't think like if he has to win 8 games. That league is tough.
To me, with their facilities, they would add to the ACC.
Sure,
it absolutely would be a good move. Let's go to Spotlight in college track. Knock grad Jordan Geis, University of Arizona. He won the NCAA shot put title on his 6th and final throw, 69 feet, 1 1/4 inches. Geis also won the indoor shot put championship in March, 69 feet, 4 3/4 inches. He is a 3-time Pac-12 track and field athlete of the year with a record-tying 6 Pac-12 titles. May the 27th, he was inducted in the Pennsylvania Track and Field Hall of Fame. He now sets his sights on the 2024 Olympic trials next summer. The Knock Nest monster is now the Knock Nest legend.
Yeah, one of our greatest athletes of the year we ever had on here. No question, because he's went on to great things.
Yeah, he's 40 pounds bigger.
Getting ready to go to Olympics.
No, I'm serious.
Yes, I saw the picture. He's all muscle. We hope to get him on the show here by the end of this month.
No, that's just
And college golf, the BC3 men's golf team under Coach Bill Miller, they placed 5th at the National Junior Collegiate Championship in New York. Troy Lockery, Grove City High School, he placed 5th, earning All-American honors first team for the 2nd year in a row. Lockery finished with a 294. He had a best round of 71. He has a scholarship from Point Park University. Other members of the team in the area, Liam Kozier of Neshannock had a 314, Corey Volts of Knock a 330, Jack Mason of Freeport a 349, and Tanner Homan of Grove City High School 353. Congratulations to them. A great year.
I'm very close with Liam Kozier, and he shot a 71 on day 2.
Yes, he
which
did.
Is the lowest of anybody there
Nice.
in the history of the school. And then Lockery's a tremendous All-American, yes.
Absolutely. When you said it, I realized he did the same thing last year. He's really good.
2-time All-American.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you got to finish like in the top 6 to
Yeah,
make it.
yeah.
That's
they don't
pretty
hand
good.
that out. They don't just give that away.
In the winner, the kid that won it, he shot a 277 total.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
That's impressive.
17 strokes.
There's great golfers out there.
Oh,
Hey, lacrosse BIAA playoffs, boys 2A quarterfinals, Mars 10, Susquehannock 5, Enzo Greco, the 2A WPAL player of the year. He had 5 goals. Dylan Phillips chipped in with 2. Next for the WPAL and defending PIAA champs, they're 21-2. The semis versus Lampeter Strasbourg. And good chance.
They only had 10 goals in that game. They only had 10.
Yeah, that was.
Wait, what's going on, Mars?
my
Come on.
goodness. Come on, you guys.
They've been averaging about 15
Yes.
or 16.
No.
Hey, girls 3A lacrosse quarterfinals, Pencrest 21, Pine Richland 12. Hannah Young netted 6 goals for the Rams. Kate Gentile added 3. The WPL champs finished 19-4. Girls 2A, Bishop Shanahan 10, Mars 6. McKenna Merritt, Maya Cote, and Charlotte Stamper each had 2 goals for Mars. The WPL champs finished 21-2. And PIAA baseball playoffs 2A first round, Karn City 2, WPL champs Seton LaSalle 1, winning pitcher Malik Metcalf. He also had a double and a triple. Quarterfinals though, Bald Eagle area 6, Karn City nothing. Bald Eagle pitcher, guys, Tyler Serb, a 4-hitter with 9 Ks and 0 walks.
Yeah, he's really good.
Michael Neff had 2 hits for Karn City. The Gremlins finished 16-8. And 3A quarterfinals, Riverview 9, Fairview 3, Christian Lucarelli.
Riverside.
Riverside.
Yes.
What did I say?
Riverview. That's
Riverside. Christian Lucarelli had 5 innings. He had 11 strikeouts, 1 unearned run. And in the semis versus Punxsutawney, Riverside down 3-0. They came back to win 8-5. I think Lucarelli came on in relief. I don't have any other details. So now Riverside 24-0. They're in search of their 5th state title.
Yeah, when you have 4 pitchers you can pitch at any time, it's an amazing staff they have together. 2 of them are sophomores.
And in the game against Fairview, Riverside pitchers struck out a total of 17 batters. And PIAA softball first round, Sharpsville 15, Monotol 4. Lily Staub, Emma Covert had 2 hits each, and Mariska Shung, she had 2 hits and 2 RBI. Monotol finishes 14-11. And in boys volleyball, 2A, PIAA first round, West Shamokin 3, Mars 2. Ryan Say had 10 kills and 2 blocks. Mars finishes 17-5. Cochranton 3, North Catholic nothing. The WPL champs finished the season 16-5. And in college baseball, Mars grad and West Virginia University sophomore second baseman J.J. Weatherholt. He is the NCAA Division I batting champ. He hit .449 with 16 home runs, 60 RBI. He led the Mountaineers to the Kentucky Regional in Lexington, where he made all-region team.
We'll have to follow up on him and see if he gets drafted. That'd be really cool.
Pretty good achievement.
Yeah,
the
you
number
know,
one
you lead
hitter
the
in the country.
country. Yeah,
Wow, what
absolutely.
more can you say?
Almost 500. Jeez.
Hey, our stories of the week. Major League Baseball, after losing 2 of 3 to the A's, the Pirates took 2 of 3 from the Mets. Andrew McCutchen gets his 2,000th hit, the 91st major leaguer to do that, the 11th Pirate to record 2,000. Ahead of Hannes Wagner has 3,420. Paul Wayner had 3,152. Of course, Clemente with 3,000. Starger with 2,232. Maz with 2,016, just to mention a few others. So McCutcheon, for his career, I'm going to bring this up. His batting average 277, 295 home runs, 1,025 RBIs. Where does he fit in the pantheon of Pirate greats?
He fits in the modern as the best.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm talking about the last 25, last 30 years. He's the guy. Yeah. And he might be the most loved Pirate for a long, long time. I'll tell you, that standing ovation he got was pretty amazing when he came back.
It's been a great comeback for him. I'd put him in a top 10, not down at the bottom. I mean, there's so many other great players to put in
with
there.
Ralph Kiner and Wayner, Clemente and Stargell. And
so many great ones.
I'd put him in at number 9 or 10. Yeah. Number 9 or 10 all time. Yeah, I'd have Hannes Wagner there, Paul Wayner, Kiner, of course, Clemente, Stargell, Maz, Grote, and I'd maybe have McCutcheon in there at number 9 or 10 all time. I mean, there's an argument. There may be a few other players I haven't considered. You know, you'd like Al Oliver. You'd have to put Al Oliver.
Yeah, I would have Al
Great
Oliver
hitter.
for sure.
Yes.
Yeah, Parker.
But I left out Dave Parker, right. Well, I may have to move back number 11 or 12.
I think the other day, a guy said about the quarterback for the Giants, and Al likes him. I think he's really good. But I started to think, you know, if he's between 10 and 15, that's pretty good.
Absolutely. Hey, Mitch Keller now 8-2. Rebound after 3 rough starts where he gave up 15 runs. He won 2-1 over the Mets. Had 7 strikeouts and just yielded 2 hits.
That was a big performance by him.
Yeah, he needed a good one.
But he did face a minor league team. The Mets right now
hurting.
They have no players.
Their star hitters.
No, all their hitters are out. They have minor leaguers playing.
Hey guys, the curse and the reverse curse. It's alive.
I did it.
Last week we said Oakland, they're so bad.
Worst team I've ever seen.
They've now won 6 straight.
Yes.
Swept the Brewers, beat Tampa Bay.
You know, at the Brewers, and then when they beat Tampa, now they have my attention. I'm getting a little nervous. I figured they'd never get 50.
And then after we said that Key Brian Hayes couldn't hit, he's gone on a tear. He's raised his average from 234 to 261. If you're going poorly, just listen to us. We'll get you turned around.
Yes, we did.
And I praised Brian Reynolds back in May. His batting average dropped 50 points. So the curse is still alive. NBA, Denver finally wins their first ever championship, taking 4 of the first 5 away from Miami, holding Miami in those 4 wins to under 100 points, winning the final 94-89. The shame of it is, after in celebrations, there was a mass shooting. 9 people were shot. It's
every day. It's every day. It makes me sick. It's a sad commentary. But when you see Denver play, they have the best player in the league.
Yes,
Joker, and then Murray is elevated his game to one of the top, 5 or 6.
And then the guys that come off the bench, Bruce Brown, the backup guard, and power forward, Aaron Gordon. Mm-hmm. And then the kid that amazed me was Christian Braun, the rookie, comes off Kansas and win a national championship.
Only been 4 of them.
Yeah. Now
he's one of the 4.
Yes, he really played tough. He did some great things.
And, Junior stepped up last night. Porter Jr. Like he hadn't been playing well. And like Al says, when those guys play like that, you're not going to beat them because you already have Jokic, and he's amazing.
And what do you say about the job that Coach Michael Malone did?
I think he handled them well, how they play together, that part. But he has the best player in the league. That's why.
Absolutely.
That's why.
And the best big man with assists I've ever seen. His passing is amazing.
No one's ever led the championship series in points, rebounds, and assists. He's the first one.
He's the first one.
Ever.
Now, tickets in Denver in Peanut Heaven up by the rafters went for about $1,200 to $1,400. It's like a Taylor Swift concert there around. It started at $1,000 and go up.
Well, that's like we have a buddy, and he said his daughter's pretty well off, and she was going to go to the game, and when she saw that price, she even bought.
Now, a family of 4, it's $6,000.
Yeah.
These aren't the people worried about the price of eggs and butter in the grocery store.
No,
I'm amazed where they come from.
No, tickets down front.
What would they be, 5,000, 6,000? I don't even know.
You know how upset I was when they started showing pictures of the people at the game? Like they're never there.
Yeah.
Manning shows up. Wilson shows up.
Yeah.
Right.
The head coach, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Peyton.
Peyton shows up. I don't want to see them. They're there because they're winning. They never would go to a game in their life. There's fans who have season tickets for 20 years there.
But where do these people come up with this money to go to these events, whether it's Taylor Swift or whether it's NBA finals or hockey finals? The money is crazy anymore. Look at the Super Bowl prices.
Yeah, like this.
Yes,
Worry about
absolutely.
it later.
Hey, the Vegas Golden Knights leading Florida 3-1, heading into Game 5. Florida was down 3-1 to Boston, and they came back and won. They're trying to become the first team in 81 years to win the cup, being down 3-1.
They're not winning it right now.
Yeah,
they won. They won the one I thought they would. Game 3, and then in Game 4, you can't fall down 3-0. They came all the way back to get the 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they can. I'll be shocked if they can.
I just say this: those players are the toughest guys I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, they
Those
take a
hockey
beating.
players.
There aren't many teeth left in their mouths.
No, and the one guy, the one night, LeBron would still be laying there. It was 2 weeks ago. The guy went shoulder to shoulder, and he just goes like this. He skates off and comes back.
Amazing.
Jeez.
Belmont Stakes, Arcangelo wins the
Alrighty.
Belmont, and trainer Jenna Antonucci, she becomes the first female trainer to win the race in the 155-year history. This is on the 50th anniversary of Big Red Secretariat, winning the Triple Crown. The GOAT won the Derby and the Preakness by 2.5 lengths, and then the Belmont by an amazing 31 lengths and a record time of 2 minutes, 24 seconds. I don't think that'll ever be broken. Do you?
Doesn't appear so.
He is truly the GOAT, though. Really,
He is
like
a
you
GOAT,
say, somebody's
right.
a GOAT. Oh, there's 2 or 3.
Yeah.
No, he's
Put them Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He had a big heart. His heart was bigger than a horse's.
Now, several more horses died during the week.
Yeah.
I just found this out in the past year in Pennsylvania horse racing. 102 horses have died.
Oh, yeah.
So the doctors were saying you have these powerful horses running on these pins,
Yeah, absolutely.
and the injuries happen so fast. There's not much they can do,
Yeah.
even with the modern medicine.
And if they break
that
a bone,
occurs.
you know how you would elevate it and keep off of it. You know what I mean?
Yes. Hey, as we close, just want to mention the passing of Pittsburgh sportscaster Stan Savran, who did a great job all these years. He was great to listen to.
Yeah.
Our condolences to his family.
Yeah, Pittsburgh legend. That's what he is.
Yeah,
It's real quick. He was just like Johnny Carson. He didn't have to tell you he was great. You knew it.
You knew it right away. Hey, thanks for joining us. We run out of time. We'll see you next week.
Did you know that you could get fast, reliable Zoom internet for as little as $4.95 per month with ACP? Armstrong is participating in the FCC's Affordable Connectivity Program, which helps eligible households receive a credit of up to $30 per month on their internet bill. This program will also increase and improve broadband infrastructure throughout the U.S., especially in rural areas. There's no need to call. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/ACP or scan the QR code on your screen for more information and to apply.
From high school sports to community events and beyond, you can find all of your favorite local shows on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Hi, I'm Tricia from the Butler Buzz. You can watch my show or other local programming like Up for Adoption or Hunting Nostalgia, only on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Check us out right now on Channel 100 or search Armstrong Neighborhood Channel on YouTube for playlists and much more. Spirit, town pride, community. This is the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.